not what I needed. Ah. Whoa. Oh, I need to get used to riding this again. Where's the Horwin? We've sold it. No, we haven't. No, we haven't. I'm thinking about it though. Oh God, I'm out of breath. I've been really ill this last 2 weeks. The last week I've been a bit better. What's going on with this mirror? Right, I need to get my head in the game here. Oh, I'm all over the place. I knew exactly how I was going to start this vlog. Oh my God, I'm late as well already. I knew exactly how I was going to start this vlog, and then got out and the bike wouldn't start. Right, the main thing, the main thing is if the battery doesn't recharge, I know I can bump start it. Oh, I was going to turn my heated grips on, but that's probably not going to help with the battery, is it? Right, start the vlog. No, I haven't sold the electric bike, but to be honest, I'm 95% decided on I am selling it. That's one of the reasons why I'm not riding it to footy tonight. So yeah, back at footy. This is the first time I've been back for a couple of yeah, I'd say 95% there. There's nothing wrong with it. The bike, it's fine. Well, yeah, there's not. The main issue is range stroke charge, and it's not really the range. I'm getting a little bit less than I thought, but it's always the way, isn't it, with electric vehicles? What they say, what you think you're going to get. In reality, I hadn't taken into account, as I've said on other videos, I hadn't taken into account the colder weather, which is having an effect. Not a massive one at the moment because it's not that cold, but I'm predicting that when it does get cold, because it'll get into the freezings at some point. It always does every year. That's going to have a huge effect. But the big thing is this charging issue. So I don't think I made it very clear in the previous videos that I work out of 2 offices. The main issue is charging. So in my office furthest away, not a problem. I fully charge, can get there with more than enough battery on one charge. I'll be able to do that in the winter as well, and then just fully charge, come home, you know, no problem. I can come home whichever way I want, the A3 or whatever. But the issue is, technically, I'm not allowed to charge at work. We are not allowed to charge electric vehicles at work. If you knew who I work for, you would understand how utterly moronic that is, but it is what it is. But it's kind of not being, so far as, you know, I've experienced, being enforced. You know, I haven't been told to stop charging. Nobody said anything. No security guards have said anything. Yeah, it's been fine, but it's always that sword of Damocles hanging over you every time. Is this week the week that, you know, I'm going to be told, sorry, you're not supposed to be doing that, and that's it. I'm stuffed. There's no alternative charging. You know, I mean, I could pop into a business next door and say, look, do you mind if I put this on charge for a couple of hours once a week? But it's just not practical. I don't want to have to rely on that. So yeah, that's the office furthest away. The closer office, which I have done, which was the last video, I got to the office, I think I said with about 6. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Doing. So yeah, like I was saying, the office closer is doable. That was doable. It was close, but it was doable. But there's still that, you know, as the battery degrades over the winter, is that going to be a problem? Am I going to come out and there's only going to be 60% left or less, and I don't want to damage the battery by... It's just a constant worry, and I'm sure over time I'll work it out, you know. And the closer office, yeah, it'll be fine. I mean, there was a lot more charge left than I was expecting, but I don't want to be like just taking my time riding home. I don't want to be being conservative. I just want to ride home how I want to ride home. You know, if it's a part where I can go a bit quicker, or and just not constantly have to worry. That's basically the long and short of it. It's just the constant sort of nagging in the back of your mind. Is there going to be a problem? But the bike so far, it's done about 350 miles. That's another reason as well. I've got to do a 300 mile. It's like not a run-in, because you're not running it in, but a 300 mile sort of check. So it's due for that. I was supposed to do that last weekend, but I was not feeling good at all. So that's, yeah, like I say, I'm sort of 95% there really. I can't see how that would change unless if by some miraculous turn of events our work turned around and said, yeah, you know, charging on the premises is now, we're going to do it. You know, we've got all the safety legislation in place and all that. Right, the filtrage is going to be different now. I've got to bring the old wing mirrors in, haven't I? Oh, I tell you what, commuting on a moped again though is just so much better. Oh God, really is. Oh, the whole food delivery thing's off as well. Certainly on a bike anyway, on a motorbike. So I did all the applications. Did them for Uber Eats, Deliveroo, Just Eat aren't taking anybody on, and Gopher. Those of you who watch Just Eat, London Eats, Gopher, they are crap. There isn't a customer service. It is utter crap. Their application process it's broken, and I tried to get in touch with someone to ask a question, namely what DBS check I needed to provide, because it says an enhanced DBS, but then it says basic, and then they gave an example of the DBS check you needed to provide, which was an enhanced. So I didn't want to go, I didn't want to spend money on a basic check and then realise it needs to be enhanced. So try to contact them just to get that clarified. And they had one of these bloody online chat things, and it was just a bot that sends you round in circles. It just doesn't answer your question. Computer says no. And there's no email address at all. No email address, obviously no telephone number. I ended up having to go onto their Google / Trustpilot reviews because they were responding to people that were saying the same sort of thing and people that were complaining about the business, providing an email address. So I had to go to the complaint page to get an email address, not even their page. Emailed them and they just completely ignored me. For 2 weeks I haven't said anything. So, yeah. The others were fine. All the others were absolutely fine apart from insurance. So I went to a Compare website, plugged in my insurance, told them I wanted to do it, I wanted to include food delivery, and that was fine. It was quite a bit more expensive. I think it was about 200 or 250 quid more expensive, which I was expecting. Fair enough. So that all went through, got the documents through, uploaded them, and it was Uber specifically. Deliveroo, I don't know what's happened to Deliveroo. I need to check that actually. But Uber kept saying it's the wrong insurance, or words to that effect. And I was like, well, no, it's not, because it says, it was weird how it was worded. It showed what was included, and it was social, domestic, and commuting, and then it had business. And then in exclusions, it basically said, I'm excluded from carrying somebody, a fare-paying passenger, basically. So I can't, I couldn't be a taxi service, but excluded from the exclusions was food delivery and courier. And so it's basically, I saw that an exclusion of an exclusion is included, which would make sense because that's what I asked for. So I rang up the insurance company and said, look, I think this is the case. Uber aren't really reading it properly, or in all fairness, your certificate isn't very clear. And she sort of agreed. So she said, well, you've put down my job, my occupation. She said, well, you've put down, I think it was customer advisor or something, which is kind of the closest to what I do. So she said, are you food delivery? And I said, well, no, not really. I said, my main job is that. I said, I don't want to change it because I don't want my insurance to be invalid, because that's not right. I said, this whole food thing's more of a side hustle stroke, sort of bit of a project, that sort of thing. So she went off. Anyway, long story short, I had to add an additional occupation onto the insurance. She said that's basically what you're going to have to do, and it's coming up. She said it's going to be an additional 540 quid. I was like, what? An additional 540 quid? And she was like, yeah. She said, sorry, we're absolutely hammering the food delivery guys at the moment. I was like, yeah, nice. Yeah, they're really raking it in, those guys. So I just said, nah, forget it. So yeah, that's that. That's not happening. I might I was just sort of having a nosy around electric push bikes, because if I sell the Horwin, which I'm going to, maybe I can just do it on a push bike and just do it in the summer. But I don't know, I've parked that one. So yeah, watch this space. Well, I've got 1 minute to get in and get, well, I haven't got to get changed. I've kind of got them on underneath, but get all the bike gear off. Right, Road Warrior 96 specifically asked for a milk bottle crate update. Here we go. Oh, it's not there. Beautiful. Is my chain still? The chain's still there as well. Right, I've got to go. See you later, guys. And then chuck it on the YouTube. Oh, I bumped into somebody just on the other side of that roundabout. I don't know who that was. I couldn't hear you. I had my headphones on. I heard him say something smoky. Oh, you smoky, and that was about it. So I don't know who that was. But hello. Sorry. I couldn't hear a word you were saying.